Hello, 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 everybody. It's your girl, Stevie Aisha Mills. I am the I Love My Life strategist, and I help women push past their past so that they can loudly and proudly declare, I love my life. Yes. So welcome to this week's conversation. You know, the conversation is just that. You get to eavesdrop on the conversation that I'm having with an amazing person, and we talk about the why behind the what. So today, let me read a little bit of the bio that I have about this phenomenal woman who I believe I just hit it off with when we met. I love her spirit. She's awesome. Her name is Kim Roderick, and she's a business success and transformation coach, consultant, and speaker. Kim is an experienced trainer and facilitator as well as a business success coach and consultant. She teaches women new in entrepreneurship how to create soulful success. Yes, yes, yes. In life and business, focusing on developing business structures that help eliminate overwhelm. Yes, all of that, all this, we love this. Increase visibility and bank. Okay, so she's going to help you de-stress. She's going to get you seen, and she's going to get you some money too. What? As a highly sought-after coach and consultant who has worked behind the scenes for a number of years, she began her own journey in her business with a power mission. The mission is simple: empower the lives of women with soul work. Her work embodies her mission to help women at soul level for total transformation in life and business. She is a mother, motivational, and empowerment speaker, and the award recipient of the 2016 Girl Go Be Great Woman of Success Award. So she better do it. She better do it. Yes, so I am absolutely excited to welcome my good friend Kim. Hi, Kim. How you doing?
Hi. Hey, Stevie. How are you? How are you? I'm so excited to be here talking and having this conversation. How are you?
Yeah, I'm excited for you to be here. Like I said, we got to meet just a few short months ago at Girl Go Be Great, and it was just amazing to meet you. I think you were my one of my favorite friends for the weekend. We kept talking. We seemed to always be in the same place, you know, during the conference, and I just love kindred spirit. So I am glad that you are here right now, and you are doing some amazing things that we're going to dissect. I love dissecting bios because, you know, we bring the why out and why somebody is doing this. And let's talk about this part of your bio where it says that you were behind the scenes for a while, and then you came out from behind the scenes and came in front of the scenes. Let's talk about that. What was that shift that happened in your life that made you come out from behind the scenes?
And, you know, I like how you know, the operative word is shift, because that's exactly what that was. It was at a point where I knew that something had to be different. And I know I wanted to do something different. And working behind the scenes, doing this work, helping people propel to success, I mean, it was just something that I caught on to and I gravitated to. And I said, wait a minute, I'm really, really great at doing this. So why not? You know, why not step out? And, you know, people were saying, you know, that people were just the amazing feedback that I received, that, you know, they really received me, and everything that I seemed to be pouring into them, it worked. Something clicked. And I decided then, wow, this is something I really, really want to do. You know, I really want to impact the lives of women, and I want to help people, you know, spread their wings to success. So the shift for me, I think, was, you know, I think more or less realizing that I had this gift and talent that I really didn't take time, that I really wasn't working on cultivating. I was just working to help people, you know, help other women in their businesses. And then I said, wait a minute, you know, this is about me as well. You know, I want to stand out. I want to rise and do something and impact the lives of women and make my mark on the world. So that's when that shift came about, and I said, you know what, I'm already doing this, so why not just go ahead and do it and just step out and jump out and do it on my own and start my own business, and that's exactly what I did.
Yes, I love it because you said a few things, and it's so amazing. When you said rise, I love the Andrew Day song, Rise. I could sit in the car, sit in my room, or sit wherever, just listen and get empowered by that. And that is an amazing word to say. And so I had to acknowledge that you said rise, because a lot of times, we don't give ourselves permission to rise. And the whole thing is a lot of us are phoenixes who are rising from some ashes. So when you say give yourself permission, right, to rise, and you were like, I need to do this first, and you became your own best client, how was that transition? Was it easy? We're like, okay, I'm doing this, let's go? Or was it some hesitancy in there?
It would be nice for me to say it was easy. I just transitioned in, but that's absolutely not what happened. It was just more or less, actually, I'll be honest, it was quite a transition, which I was really surprised at myself, because the first thing that comes up when you're stepping out is, am I good enough to do this? Will people receive me? And those are the questions that went through my head when I decided, okay, I'm going to step out and I'm going to do this thing, and I'm going to put myself out there and say, I have something that can help you. I know how as a former, because I used to be a trainer, one of the words I used to use is I have this gift of connecting with people, and they buy into me, which just basically means they trust me. And I knew that was something that I could stand out on and differentiate in my business, the trust factor. And during that time, it was a lot of doubt. It was a lot of second guessing, thinking, am I good enough to do this? And I really didn't show up in my business, honestly, until about 9 months in. And when I really did step out and say, this is it, that's when I had to end up creating a waiting list, because I just didn't have the time to help all the people that I wanted to, because I was still working and things like that. So it was quite a transition, because it was me kind of purging some of those self-doubting beliefs that I really didn't know I had. And it was quite a transformation for me, because I really thought I'm fine. But when you get out there and you get started, it's just, it's something. There is a shedding that has to happen when you step out and decide to make this change. So I'm glad I have gone through it, because that is part of transformation, and I can help women through that transition. So I feel it was all part of the process. No, it wasn't easy, but I knew that I just couldn't stop. I had to keep going.
I absolutely love the verbiage and the language in which you speak, because shedding is another thing, and that is amazing, because, we do have to shed some of those old beliefs and old skin and those things that we no longer serve us and no longer fit us. So, yes, that is awesome for you to be there. That is awesome. And for you to have accomplished the things that you've accomplished in the time that you actually stepped up out of your own way. And so we are excited and congratulating you for being the award recipient of the 2016 Girl Go Be Great Woman of Success. Let's talk about that night. How was that?
That was an amazing night, because, and this is actually something that's really near and dear to me, for the simple fact that, I used to do a lot of work, like I was saying, behind the scenes. And sometimes there is a period of time where you are hidden, and it's just not your time or your season. And people may not acknowledge your work. People may not know that it's you. But I did this for quite some time, and that was during a difficult time in my life, personally, because I was trying to do so much to help others. And when I got the award letter, the recipient letter, I was just really, really excited, because this is something that meant a lot to me, because basically the verbiage is saying, you have done so much work in the community. We appreciate the work that you've done. You are changing the lives of women, and you've done so much. And here it is. These are people that I'm surrounded by that didn't even know the work, didn't even know me 3 years prior to, that transition that took almost 3 years. And now here it is, I'm getting recognized for work that I did. So, and my prayer always was, I don't want my work to be in vain. And then when that came up, it was an amazing, amazing night for me. And I was so excited, with 63 other women, and it was just a night of celebrating us and coming together with a sisterhood, and that was the environment that Lori, put together to foster for us that, we are rising up and we're moving up together and, creating that bond and that sisterhood of women, and she talked about, women, years ago that used to take care of each other. They took care of one another. So that night was really, it was an amazing night for me. It was also another transformation and another shift, because it just solidified that I am in the right place at the right time, and, my work has not gone in vain. So it was a personal accomplishment for me. I was able to, kick off one of the new campaigns that I have now, and it really just propelled me to just continue to do the work, and it's a daily, it's daily work with your mindset and going forward every day, knowing that I have to come forward. There are people waiting for me. You have this gift, and people need what we have. So it was just an amazing night. We got the award. We got to speak and meet with other women and things like that, and making great connections. So it was wonderful. Just another way to shift into the new year.
Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. What has 2017 meant so far to you, and what have you decided to accomplish in 2017?
Well, it's so funny you ask that, because this is something else that's new for me, and that is being transparent, a lot more transparent, because I am, what we label as an introvert, and I know being in business, you have to be able to put yourself out there and be able to connect, and because I consider what I do soul work, I want to be able to connect to real people and talk to them about real results, real, pitfalls that may happen. 2017 was, came in with me being pretty much on a delay, and that's being honest. I set up my new campaign to roll out January 2nd, and just a lot of things just kind of kept happening that kind of put me back behind a week. And, other consulting work that I was doing, I kind of fell a little bit behind, getting sick and different things happening. And I just took it as a sign of, when you're getting ready to move from one level to another, you always have to incorporate some type of calamity, because it's going to happen. But I look at it as a good sign. I'm really excited about 2017, because this is actually the year, and it's kind of something just like an energy that's going around. And I want to be able to celebrate women. So, with 2017, what I'm doing with the new campaign that I'm rolling out, that I have rolled out, it's 100 women in 100 days. So I have a mission to touch the lives of 100 women. And I'm reaching out to my goal is actually a little bit more than 100. But for the first 100 days of the year, I want to be able to touch the lives of women who are new, starting out in entrepreneurship. So it's a 60-minute laser-focused coaching session, and it's only 2017. Just to, start out, and it's a 60-minute coaching session, but it's not something where we're just kind of going over some things. This is an intense session for, those who are serious about getting started. They need to know where to start, and that's how I decided that I would focus on building the foundation of business, because a lot of women are out there, they're ready to do something, but they just don't know where to start. And that's the work that I was doing behind the scenes. So, in doing that research, I said, this is a great way to kind of, roll out the first quarter of 2017, get out here and touch the lives of these women, and then move into some workshops and some things like that. I'm also planning a retreat for October. I'm just kind of finalizing those things. But I'm really, really turning the heat up on 2017. You, Stevie, you're doing an excellent job. I'm watching you all, and it's just being in that aura, that sisterhood, that's what really means a lot to me, because you just can't do it alone. So, I want to continue to be surrounded around greatness. And that's what my 2017, that is my outlook for 2017, that I'm going to continue to be great no matter what. And, being transparent. Yes, I had a delay, but guess what? We're still celebrating. We're still going to move forward. It's okay. we're still going to move forward. And people need to see that. They need to see that everything doesn't always go as planned, but this is the life of entrepreneurship. So if you are ready, you have to be built for this. And here it is. So I just decided to be open and transparent, and that's the first 3 weeks of 2017 for me.
Yes, honey. It is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship has been the biggest personal development course that I ever could have taken. I truly understand. I understand, and I thank God for women like you who, I wish you were like, your business was in existence when I made the leap from corporate America to entrepreneurship. I always tell people I kind of fell into it. Just a little bit about my story for those who have not heard it. I was the girl who went from kindergarten to grad school, so the next logical thing for me was to get a job, and so that's what I did. And the first job I ever had was amazing. It was for a nonprofit organization. They spoiled me because they gave me the grant, they told me to create, and they told me I could work from home. So that's what I did, and that's what I do now. It's so funny. But in that process, it was only supposed to be for a couple of months. It ended up, by the grace of God, being a few years. But when that grant ran out for my position, I was like, okay, I need to go get the big girl job, the one I went to grad school for, the one that's going to pay me, the B's, right, the benefits, the big bills, and have the business cards. That's what we strive for. That's what we try all through our lives. And so I did for a Fortune 100 company. And the cool thing about that was I accomplished that goal. But the crazy thing about that was it made me so sick that I got stressed out to the point where I had to have 3 colonoscopies within 30 days, 2 within 24 hours. What? I ended up with shingles, and I went from a size 14 to a size 0, all because of stress. What? So you would have been an answer to my prayer at that time because I knew that corporate was not for me, but I did not know how to exactly transition my skills. So a lot of women who have been hopefully, prayerfully not as sick as I got, but in my position where, you don't know what to do. I can tell you firsthand that if I knew about you then, I would have definitely have reached out. So I'm glad for the work that you're doing. And delayed does not mean deny, right? It's not denied. So what you are doing is on point for this time and season, and it's work that God has truly given you to do. And you can tell because anytime you do what God has told you to do, you are impacting lives. And so that's the thing, and that's what I have to say, They tell me I have a little bit of preacher in me.
That's so. Hey, go ahead, go right ahead. I'm telling you, it's on time. Everything you mentioned. I didn't know that part about your story. I know you were telling us at the conference, but it's just that was your exit, that was your cue, and it's just a lot of times you have something in you, and all you need is just a little push, a little direction, a little guidance, and that's where that's where I feel I come in, So I'm excited to see how far you've gone, how far you've grown, and like you said, by the grace of God, and you're just in your purpose right now, and it's just amazing. It's amazing, and your energy is just contagious, and that's probably the reason why we connected at the conference, because your energy is just it's amazing, and it is contagious, and people can tell, and that's how people are drawn to you, and those are some of the secrets to success that you can't buy. You can't buy it,
Amen. And it's what you're saying is just amazing stuff. Because at that conference, I think I was the most transparent I've been in a long time. I think I was just talking to a group of girlfriends. That's how I do life. Everybody has a girlfriend.
That's right.
So
that's the way to be.
I was just talking. I was very transparent as far as just like myself, just Stevie, for real. And I think that it was an amazing thing because, at the conference, the day before, that was when I was slated to speak, so I had, my cute little outfit. The next day I was like, okay, I'm rocking some jeans, because we about to get real. And so
that's right.
And so that's what we did. And I think realness always changes the game. So I want to really transition into some of your speaking topics. You have select ones on your sheet here, your speaker sheet, and I love the name of them. I love what they stand behind. So talk to us. Talk to us about them.
Well, one of the presentations is so funny, and it's a story behind it, and it's Sleeping Beauty, which really stands out to me because when I had the opportunity to speak, that was a speaking engagement in Augusta last year. I was thinking, I always have a pen and pad in my hand, and I always have 100 things going on in my mind. So I was sitting there when I looked, when I connected, and I said, this is something I want to do. Immediately Sleeping Beauty came to my mind. I know that was nobody, that was God. So, I prepared, what I wanted to say, how I wanted to, talk to women. It was going to be empowerment and things like that, and, about us waking up and to ourselves. And the closer I got, that presentation, that speech completely turned around. And guess what? It was about me. It was about me. And when I got up there, when I met those ladies, we all held hands and spoke. And she said, well, on the program, she said, oh, Sleeping Beauty, what's that about? Tell me about it. I said, well, I just want to talk to women about, how we do things and how we live life sometimes a certain period of our lives where we're actually sleepwalking, and that's what it is because we're so used to routines. And I said, but if it changes, I said, I know how it's going to start, but I don't know how it's going to end because it's whichever way he leads me. And the Sleeping Beauty, when I got up to speak, it just kind of flowed, and it ended up being my story, about how I was actually at a point in my life where I was just sleepwalking. I wasn't really living. I was just going through the motions and trying to take care of everybody else but myself. And then when the bottom fell out, I couldn't understand why, and I was questioning, God about why, everything was fine. And, my thought process was, well, I can help everybody else. God will take care of me. I'm fine. But that wasn't the case. I really was sleepwalking. I wasn't really, living and taking into account the things that I could have done. So, there's a Chinese proverb that says, when she awakes, she will move mountains. And when I finally did wake up, and I had to be really transparent about that. When I finally woke up, then the door started to open, and I always mention there is a door that you're going to have to walk through. A lot of people are not going to walk through that door because that's a dark door. And, I had no choice because I was already in it. So I walked through that door, and I ended the presentation, with saying, I invite you to join me here. Once you wake up and come out, the air is beautiful up here. And that's how I ended it. And everybody just kind of leaned in because I said, it's beautiful on this side, but you have to go through this. And that's why I said, the work that I'm doing is soul work because it's business, yes, but I'm helping to transform your life because there's personal development. There's stages that you're going to go through being a business owner and being in business and doing things like that. And, we throw around words like boss and lady, those kind of things. But there is really there's a process. And that's really what Sleeping Beauty is about, just talking about the process of what happens when we wake up, when we really can move those mountains. I didn't want to face debt. I didn't want to face the fact that I had to start my life all over again, being a mom, being a single parent, and having to start my life all over again. A lot of things play on your mind. And I wasn't focused on mindset during those years, but now I know a lot better, and that's what it's about. I woke up and started to move those mountains. So those are the things that I'll be sharing. I'll also be sharing that on the 28th as well. But it turned out to be about me, and I had no idea it was going to be that way. But the women, they all received me. They received it, and it was just like people came up to me and said, hey, I'm in that transition right now. I said, so here's a message to my Sleeping Beauty because I know it because it's my story. And I'm sure that other women have the same story, and it doesn't, whether you have children or not, all women, I feel, at some point in life, we go through a period where we are sleepwalking and we're just going through the motions. And that's the same thing that goes with being at your job, being at a job that you know is really not for you. You're just there and you're kind of just saying excuses. Well, the excuse, I have to do what I have to do. And we kind of just play off of that. And those things are just not true, And I think if we step into our power and move those mountains, then we can see the other side of beauty, the other side of truly living and not existing. So Sleep and Beauty was something that was, became really near and dear to me, and that's something that, I'm going to continue to share because, again, that word transparent comes up. People want to see that. You have to be able to identify with people. And, once we open up and we can heal wounds and things like that, then that's when the magic begins.
I love it.
Yeah, and I just, I have to just kind of contain myself because, I really, this is my life now. Helping women impacting the lives of women with life and business, it's a whole transformation, and that's why I say transformation. Actually, a client actually gave me that word. She said, well, what you're really doing, Kim, is transforming. You have really transformed the way I think, and I said, you know what? Okay, I just receive, and I learned to open up to receive, and that's one of the things. That's another thing about Sleep and Beauty. We don't open up to receive, and when it was time for me to receive, I kept saying, no, I'm fine, and meanwhile, I'm sinking deeper and deeper into a hole that I didn't even realize I was in. So I was sleepwalking. So, at the conference when we did the 5, I talked about, on the Biz Success stage, 5 steps to business success. One of the things I really do a deep dive in is basically talking about why have you shown up, and that's one of the questions I asked the ladies. A lot of women stood up and said they're ready to get started. And I said, okay, so I always say, you've decided to come forward. Now, why are you here? Why are you here? And why do we need you? So you have to just kind of do a self-assessment of what am I bringing? Because once you don't want to put yourself in a position where you get the people, but then you don't know what to do with them when you get them, So you have to be able to lead, and you can only take people as far as you have gone. So it starts with us. So I'm going to transform you first, and then I'm going to show you how to get visible and get out there and get started and build that framework for your business. So that's really what the 5 steps are, talking about identifying your client, basic marketing, some of the big mistakes we see out there in marketing, and, basically a process. Give yourself at least 90 days, to start building your audience, different things like that, getting your product out, and one of the things I learned the hard way was, I'm at the point now where I have hired a VA because I really cannot do it all by myself, and that's a lesson I had to learn. I have to ask for help, and, it's just basically getting you started to where you have a firm foundation, and then use that as a springboard. Use what we've developed and created as a springboard to success, and that's where business success comes in.
I love it. I love it. I am so absolutely excited about this, and the conversation always goes by so quickly. I could talk all night long because when we're having great conversations like this, it's just like, wow. And I start thinking, I'm like, well, I need to have Kim on this and this and this and this. That's just how my mind. She needs to talk to this person. They need to talk. I am at best a connector, a collaborator, and that's why I live. So I'm always like, yeah, tell me about it. This is what we're going to do. Let's make it happen. And I love the email. I don't think I got a chance to send a reply to one of the emails that you sent me. And you're like, let's do it. Let's collaborate. Yes, ma'am. So I want to personally tell you in front of everybody who listens, yes, ma'am. We'll make some grand things happen this year. Absolutely. And change lives starting with our own. So
absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I am excited about it.
Yes. And, it's really about greatness because, and that's another thing, you had asked me earlier, what does 2017 look like? And I wrote it down, that, this is going to be my year of collaboration because I really need to get out there. I really don't, I try to avoid a scarcity mindset in regards to thinking that everybody's in competition because that's not the case. We can't reach everybody. Everybody has a different niche, and you put one. I just look at it as Wonder Twins. You come together, and you bring in your sauce, you bring in your it factor. I bring in our transformation that we're doing, and hey, get out here and impact the lives. Double team. Just get out here and do it, and it's all at the end of the day to the glory of God anyway. So. That's why I'm really excited about that. And that's why I say I really, really love your energy. When I met you, I was just like, wow, I really got to stick around her because it's the greatness and the sisterhood that you're creating, the projects that you have coming that are rolling out. It's all about lifting women up, and that's what I want to be a part of. So, I just think I'm just really excited, and I'm excited to even be on the call and, to have the conversation. And, I know time goes by so fast, but it's been a wonderful experience. It really has.
Well, awesome. I'm glad. Thank you so much. And before you go, we've got to get your contact information. If anybody, definitely everybody needs to reach out to you, and especially those women. I'm excited. I even have another collaboration. I'm about to send you a message because I'm like, yes, this is a bridge. Sometimes, all the time, God gives you what you desire, what you ask for, and it was something that was like, I need this to happen because I know that's not my specialty in the world. And I love the fact that you help launch businesses and give them the strategies to make it happen at the beginning stages. So that is what I am excited about. So I'll be in your inbox very, very soon, but definitely give your contact information.
Okay. Absolutely. I'm on Facebook, Kim Roderick, Coach. I am on Instagram as Kim Roderick, and Twitter as Miss Kimmy, but that is going to change to Kim Roderick as well because I'm just going through just a mini revamp to kind of upgrade for 2017 and some of the new things I'm doing. But certainly reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, Kim Roderick. I'm there. You can email me or send me a message. The fastest way is really a message. I can respond right back to you. And I'm available. I'm here. I'm available. I want to touch the lives of as many women as I can and just start building some real relationships. And that's what it's about, relationship building. It's more than just being a client. I still stay in contact with all of my clients. And it's just kind of like, hey, you have a question, email me, let me know. I'm here. So the email address is the Roderick Co.llc@gmail.com. That will probably change, but best way to reach out to me is on Facebook or, any one of the IG, Instagram, or Twitter platforms.
Okay. I just wanted them to sink in with what we have done, right? I think I wanted it to sink in to the fact that, we've uncovered a lot of different things today. We've uncovered just transparency. We talked a little bit about legacy. We talked about business. We talked about just a lot in the conversation. And in the last few, 60 seconds, what I want you to do is to tell people anything that we didn't uncover today. I think we uncovered a lot, but if there's anything pressing on your heart that we did not uncover, please do share it with us.
Well, I think one of the things I would like, in the spirit of, fulfilling a mission to impact and reach women, around the world, I think it's important that we just get started and we get out there because I know fear held me back a very long time. And I lost revenue. I lost a lot of things, just time and second-guessing myself and not really feeling that people would receive me and things like that. So if I could leave you with a message, it's just get started. And when you get started with a mentor, someone that can help you research your market, talk to you about, where you want to go, and then find that connection because it really is about soul work when you are touching the lives of people, and that's really kind of the secret sauce to success, being able to reach people at a soul level where they build that connection and you are able to thrive in your gift and walking in your purpose. So I would say get started. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be complete, but just reach out and get started. Connect with someone, or me, connect with someone join hands, link up with someone that's in that space that you want to be in, and watch magic happen. And it does. It really, really does. So I want to just encourage you to get started. Just get something written down and reach out. Plug in. Stay plugged in.
And without any further ado, yes, that has been Kim Roderick. I always say Roderick.
That's fine. Yes, that's it. You are fine.
I like Roderick. I don't know if that is how you say it. That's my thing. We have had a great time on the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, the conversation is always about you hearing the what behind the why, and that's how I serve in the world, just equipping you with the tools to succeed. I believe that when women are equipped with the tools to succeed, there's no stopping their potential. So that's who God made me to be. And if you ever need me, all you got to do is to know how to spell my first name. And like I said, I am always available on Stevie.com. And if you know how to spell my first name, Stevii, I bet you could Google me and find me everywhere else. So definitely make it a great day. You know, I never say have a great day. I'm all about making a great day. Why? Because you have the power to do so. So this has been the conversation with Miss Kim Roderick and Stevie Aisha Mills. We shall see you live at the next experience or virtually on the conversation. Talk to you soon. Bye.